I want to play a little bit of 2K and also talk about some bad shit that's going on in America right now. It's an epidemic going on with young men. No, I'm not talking about porn addiction. And no, I'm not talking about suicide. I'm not talking about drug, alcohol, whatever the fuck you're thinking. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about a new epidemic I'm seeing in young men, especially it's 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 the rape of college men on every campus, and not in a sexual way. No, no, the rape of their bank accounts. I'm of course talking about sports betting. All right. Now I've heard about sports betting for a really long time. Okay. I obviously, when you're in high school and shit, you look at sports betting. Especially me, I'm a big basketball fan. So you look at sports betting. Oh my God, Anthony Edwards shit. But you look at sports betting like, wow, I can make money off of like calling a basketball game or whatever. I always thought that like, man, don't let me get that shit, cause like I'm gonna fuck around and break the system. They're not gonna be allowed to do it anymore. Well, in my hiatus of my videos, not to get too much into my personal life, but I just recently actually turned 21, so now I can actually be a degenerate. It's been my lifelong dream to drink and gamble. If there's two things I've always loved drinking and gambling. I've just known it. It's like I was born to do it. I was born to do it. I'm the chosen one. Someone had to do it. Someone had to do it. So it's me. I'm born to drink and I'm born to gamble. So I've already been drinking for a long time. So now it's time to start my gambling career. And there's a lot of those card games and shit. But fuck that. Sports betting. All right. Sports betting for me started with being drunk and betting on the Tennessee Titans, and they've had a really shitty year. But the night I betted on them, I took Titans money line because it was up a lot. They hadn't won yet, and it was their first win of the season, and I was actually able to capitalize off that and make some money. And that was when I realized I see the problem, and I immediately started throwing money on crazy shit that actually kind of paid off. Like one of my when the Dodgers were down before they even played the Mets. And keep in mind, I don't even fucking watch baseball. I went to a Dodgers game when I was like a little ass kid, so I like the Dodgers. But still, I don't even watch baseball. They were down. They were supposed to get like eliminated, basically. They were playing in an elimination game with their back against the wall. And I betted on them not just to win the game, but to win the whole damn championship. Just a little, the World Series. I betted on them to win the World Series. And that shit ended up happening. So, of course, you make a little bit of money calling some dumb shit like that, and then you think you're Stephen A. Smith, and you just start going out wild, okay? For me, personally, I took out, because I won about like $1,000, right? I was taking out a lot of, because I like watching the Lakers, so I was like, shit, instead of taking all this money that I just made and doing anything with it, why don't I just keep gambling? Because, the gambler's fallacy, why, get out if you're on a hot streak. Or if you're calling games and you got a good feeling, the Lakers were winning, I was up on the gamble, and I felt good about it. So I started getting involved in the shit that makes more money, sports gambling. Now, anyone who is new to this shit, I'm learning a lot of the terms now, like, covering the spread and all that kind of stuff. If you really want to make money doing this kind of stuff without risking that much, like, let's say you want to, risk $10, but, if it actually hits, you want to be able to make 100. You're going to have to take out super specific, it doesn't even have to be a parlay. I always thought it had to be a parlay where it's like, that certain player does this and a certain player doing that. You can do that, but really, in my opinion, what a better way to make money on it is just to take a unlikely but likely thing that pays out. And like what I mean by that is Austin Reaves, dark horses on the Lakers are a great example of this. Austin Reaves, Dalton Connect, D'Angelo Russell. Those three guys could easily get 20, 25 plus points every night, but they don't most nights. So if you can call like when they're gonna go off, you can make a fuck ton of money off that shit. You really can. You really can. Like if you bet $200 on Austin Reaves to get a 25-point game, you make like 700. So that's part of the problem. You start to see this shit, and then I really started to do the math. Do you know that if you bet $1,000 on the correct score of a Laker game, down to like their correct score before the game even started, and you were able to somehow keep doing that with the money you win 3 times, you'd win like $60 million fucking dollars. So it is really easy to make people believe just really quickly, especially as like a young man. Like you'll see it and you will start doing dumb shit like this. Before you know it, you're gonna be drinking bottom shelf liquor, throwing Hail Mary parlays that will never fucking hit. they'll never hit. They have very little chances of hitting, and you will waste all your money. And it's not just young men, honestly. I know I started this off by saying it's young men. It's not. It's middle-aged men. I've seen dudes like Ethan Ralph. I want to talk about him, but he just recently, or some shit I saw, maybe it was like a little over, because they had to be during football season. He bet his rent money. People are betting their rent money, trying to double that shit to pay their rent, off the sport, because in your head, you think you can call that shit. You think your hunches or whatever. They have turned that shit into a billion-dollar business off of how narcissistic, dumbass couch dwellers who would have think they would have made it to the league if their knee didn't get hurt. We think we're so good at calling these damn games that it's a job. It's not. It's not. You're not fucking Stephen A. Smith. You're not Shannon Sharp. Everyone needs to shut the fuck up and put the parlays down, okay? It's coming from a guy who just lost a bunch of money when he was up at first, okay? It's fucking stupid. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. It's a trap. You might as well just start playing Baccarat or some shit. Anything else. Fuck sports gambling. That's all I have to say. Alright, that's going to be it for this one, boys. I just really wanted to get my opinion out there about that sports gambling shit, because, it's like a really hot, crazy bitch. It's enticing, but it's a bad idea. Bad idea. It's a bad idea. So anyway, that's going to be it for this one. I hope y'all enjoy it. There's going to be hella videos coming up today, so please.